your feature game matchup, the DCHL Pro Cup Championship matchup between the White Walkers in white and the Untouchables in green. I'm your play-by-play man, Jason Stitcha. Both goalies wearing green jerseys today, but the man down there is Joe Sharko, who plays for the White Walkers. They're not the ones in possession of the ball right now. Untouchables, Craig hammering up the boards there. Doesn't go to any of his teammates. Sean Fassbinder getting it to Kelly Kiernan. Kelly swings it around for Chris Thorpe. The White Walkers are the defending DCHL Cup Pro champions. They're looking to repeat and claim the trophy again this season, but they have to get through the high-powered offense of UT. Cover there by Tammy forces the face-off to her stick side. Face-off win by Chris Thorpe, deflected, and finally hit out of the zone. It looks like this will go for icing here. And no, it will not. Referee Tom Van Haren ruling that the Untouchables won the race. Kept in by Craig. Quick shot taken. Saved by Sharko. John Gramlich trying to make something happen there, but Sean on him every step of the way, so Tom has to let it go to Jessica Nayrod. Jessica Nayrod dumps it deep. Sharko comes out of his crease to stop it. Dangerous play there, but UT cannot capitalize. John's shot goes wide, and Craig once again keeping it in. Fabian Mueller pulls the trigger, but it's deflected, batted down. And finally taken the other way, or at least for a moment there, but it's enough for an offside call, so UT could not touch it up. If they did, it would have come in neutral. Long pass by Sean Fassbinder. Quick shot. Goes off the side of the net rather than inside of it. Sean's able to keep it in play. Matt Goldstein cycling there, trying to get to the slot, but couldn't do so in time. Craig tried to get it to Joe Shea. Turned over to Sean Fassbinder. He's going to find the back of the net for the first goal of the game. The defending champion White Walkers are up 1-0 now. But still plenty of hockey to play. The goal coming at about the 2-minute mark rather. 13 minutes to go in the period and counting. Jake Smith wins the faceoff for a moment, but it was tied up by Joel Horde. Joel dumps it deep. Tway in the corner there. Couldn't get it by the man. White Walkers continue to have possession. Jay Hunter pinching in. Couldn't make anything happen there. And the White Walkers exhibiting a little bit of high-powered offense of their own. Joe Shea trying to beat Brett Boiselle to the ball. Couldn't do so. Brett continues to move with it. A little physicality, but it's playoffs, so referee's letting it go. Joe Shea, nice stick handling moves there. He's going to take a spill. Referee's ruling incidental contact, so play continues uninterrupted. Emily tried to get it toward the front of the nets and out of the zone, but nothing doing there. That shot from Tway at the point deflected high over the net. Joe Shea lost his headband, so his long flowing locks are moving about every which way. Batted out of the air by Jake Smith. There's going to be a whistle here. I'm not sure what for. We'll get the call here. It appears to be a penalty. And Brett for, I believe, roughing. So the Untouchables will have a man advantage here for about the next 2 minutes or until they score, whichever comes first. Joe Shea in the faceoff dot for Untouchables. Boris Senatorov in there for White Walkers. Board wins it back to Kelly. Kelly tried to clear it down, went off of referee Kevin Shea, but Boris is able to help out and lofted high in the sky past everybody. Boris continues to be aggressive here on this PK, trying to beat Ann to the ball. Siri trying to make something happen, couldn't do so. Jay Hunter in her way. I'm sorry, that's Sierra actually. Sean Fassbinder moving around with it. Jams it up the boards. No icing here as White Walkers continue to be short-handed. Sway lost it for a second and was able to kick it to the blade of his stick, however. Gets it to Joe Shea. He lets it go behind him, but Kelly quickly hits it back out of the zone. Joe to Nick. Nick back to Joe, or at least intended for him, but well out of his reach, so he had to chase it down behind the White Walkers' net. And Wisecarver wide open, pulls the trigger, doesn't find the back of the net. Nice save by Joe Sharko with a little help from his defenseman. Another deep clear by the White Walkers. Sway with a lot of time and space and taking advantage of every bit of it before he hammers it up the boards for Nick. Nick's not able to keep it in place. Sierra Olbert getting it out of the zone. Not deep enough, or as deep as she intended, but does the job. Sierra intended centering pass, but Sway was able to stop it with his foot. John Gramlich moving around the Untouchables net. Played up for Natalie. Natalie Parcell. Quick shot, but a nice block made by Kelly Kiernan. Kelly loses it for a moment, but Boris is able to help her out again and bring it to center. Brittany trying to jam it forward and deep into the offensive zone. Couldn't do so. Turned over to John Gramlich, but a nice stop by Kelly Kiernan, able to stand him up and get it back out into neutral. Quick shot by Fabian Mueller. It goes off the pads of Joe Sharko. Play continues in the corner near of Stuss. Again, a little physicality, but nothing approaching penalty territory. Shot from a tough angle by John, but it goes through the crease, not through the nets. Kelly tried to clear it out, couldn't do so. John Gramlich tried to come away with it, but we have a stoppage of play. I believe it went into the bench area. As a result, we're going to stop play for a moment for a commercial break. We will resume on the drop. See you in a minute. Welcome back, folks. Face-off win back by the White Walkers. Brett Boiselle with control. Jams it up the boards for Brittany. Chris Thorpe able to help her out. He's got Jessica Nayrod to beat. He does beat her. He falls. Pulls the trigger anyway. The rebound did trickle out from Tammy, but her defender was able to help her out. Offside, so UT cannot touch it. Matt Goldstein, Matty Ice as he is known to some of his friends here in the DCHL, trying to advance forward, couldn't do so. Emily swings it back to Brett. Brett Boiselle pushing forward, quick shot, goes wide of the net. Matt able to swipe it away from Jess. Jess continues to put a body on him, but Matt comes away with it. Craig pinching in to help out now. A quick shot, some traffic in front, but White Walkers aren't able to capitalize. Natalie gets it out of the zone, out of the reach of everybody. Not enough for an icing here as Brett Boiselle will run it down and beg your pardon, it did appear to be an icing after all. So we will have a drop all the way back in Untouchables defensive zone with just over 7 to play in the first. Both teams getting set for the drop here. Kevin Shea will do the honors. One by Untouchables. Joe Shea gets it back to Tway. Matt's not able to keep it in, so he'll have to come in and help out and try to get it deep into the zone. Jake Smith with possession now. Jams up the boards for his teammate. Joe Shea coming to help out. Chips it forward again. A little bit further, but not far enough as Matt is able to swing it back up the boards. Turn over to Joe Shea. Joe to Jake. Jake continuing to fight for those second chances. He gets it to the corner, up to Tway. Misplayed it for a second, but is able to get it to the side. And the Untouchables on a nice bang-bang play find the back of the net and tie this game up at 1. Brian with the goal there, off the assist by Jake Smith. And I believe Joe Shea will be credited with a secondary assist. Bouncing ball is handled to the sideboard. Brian trying to push forward, a tie in the sky. Misplayed by the White Walkers, but it's out of the zone nonetheless. A lot of speed between these two teams, and there's going to be a stoppage of play here. I believe Tway will be credited with an interference infraction. He thinks it's a bad call, but he's not going to sway the mind of the referees, and that'll make it a 2-minute man advantage in favor of the White Walkers. It's been a long day here in the DCHL, folks. It's about 10:30-ish at night here on this unusually warm Sunday morning. We've had a cold winter, but I believe temperatures peaked at about 60 degrees earlier today. I'm not complaining, I'm just making an observation, of course. Joe Shea taking it in the other direction now. Turned over to Joel Horde. He's going to get around Ann Wisecarver. Pulls the trigger, but Ann's able to get a stick on it and swipe it to the sideboards. Gives it to Brian again. Brian dumps it deep. Nice awareness by him not to pressure and be too aggressive. Sean Fassbinder with all day and all night to work with. Oh, nice foot there by Jay Hunter. He's going to push forward now. Killing time along the boards and in the offensive zone. And Jay continues to fight for that ball. Gotta love the tenacity by him. Joel Horde finally helping it out. Sean trying to move the other way with it. It went off his foot, but he's able to recover nicely and jam it ever further. Nick D'Antoni lofts it high and down. No icing as Untouchables continue to be shorthanded here. Just over 4 to play in the first. Still a 1-1 tie. Sierra bats it down and is able to get it to Sean. Sean up the boards for Chris Thorpe. Chris tried to find the centering pass, couldn't do so off the stick from UT's defenseman. Nice move around and Chris pulls it to his forehand. And what a beautiful goal that was, folks. Chris Thorpe hails from the nation of Canada that birthed the wonderful sport of hockey, and he's certainly living up to his Canadian heritage there with just a beautiful couple stick handling moves, and finally pulls the trigger top shelf over Tammy's shoulder for the second White Walkers goal of the game. Boris dumps it deep. Oh, went off the far post. Almost a goal there, but the little iron friend helping out UT's netminder. Oh, another chance there by Chris, but that one doesn't find the back of the net either. Play continues here along the corner nearest us. High in the sky goes. Shea Hunter has a chance. Gets it to the net. Sharko, though, able to easily make the save. It was stuck in his knee pads for a moment, but he's found it now. 2 minutes and 45 seconds in the game. Defending champion White Walkers up 2-1. But Untouchables making life difficult for them. They have an offensive zone draw here. Look for them to try and win it back to John Gramlich. As they do, it actually goes to Craig as it took a hop over John's stick. Brett pushes forward, finds Matty Ice. Matty Ice trying to move and get a centering pass off. He does, but Brittany could not pull the trigger completely due to the efforts of Fabian Mueller, who back-checked superbly there. That will go for icing, but I'm sure Untouchables would rather take that over a goal against. Two minutes and counting in the first. We do have a running clock here in the DCHL, except in the final minute of regulation, and only then if it is a 1-goal or a tie game. Quick shot there. I believe Tammy got a piece of the pad on it. I'm not completely certain, but a nice shot by Matt Goldstein. He continues to crash to the net, trying to look for a pass. None came in his vicinity, so Brett Boiselle has to keep it in play. He does, but nice body there by Natalie to break up his initial advance. Brett, with time in the neutral zone, chooses to drop it back to Kelly. John Gramlich tried to create a breakaway for himself, but once again, the outstanding defense by Kelly Kiernan breaking up his rush. You've seen that a couple times already in this contest. Matt takes a spill, and John will take it the other direction. Nice swipe by Kelly again to bring it to Jessica Nayrod, who plays it up for Fabian. Sean Fassbinder swings it around, gets the nice bounce off the boards he was looking for. Brittany takes it in the zone. Craig Gooseman has control, and he's going to bring it to neutral. Fabian tries to move around John, does so, but has to play with it along the boards. Finally out again, all the way down to Craig it goes. Only 20 seconds to work with. Oh, turned over to the White Walkers. Quick shot, but a nice stop by Craig, making up for his mistake there. Jessica Nayrod Nice play by her up the boards. Kelly's going to keep it in play, however. Joel swing and a miss. Little deflection by Fabian. Quick shot. It's going to go wide of the net. No icing here as time expires in the first. 2-1 is the score right now. Heading into the second period of play, we're going to take a quick commercial break, and we will see you in a moment. Welcome back, folks. Second period of play about to begin here in the DCHL Pro Championship matchup between the Untouchables in green and the White Walkers in white. Shocker there, I know, as the color is in their name. Quick shot by Untouchables, but they not able to capitalize and finally hit out of the zone by Boris Santorov. The score is 2-1 in favor of the defending champ White Walkers, but Untouchables battling hard every step of the way, trying to find a second goal here. Jake Smith gets it to Brian, who scored the other goal earlier for Untouchables. Jake Smith bats it down, tried to backhand it into net, couldn't do so. He's going to take a spill. Again, a little physicality here, but nothing approaching penalty territory as both teams are doing things cleanly and by the book. And Wisecarver tried to get to Tway just out of his reach, and Joel Horde is able to push into the offensive zone. Oh, misplayed it to Joe Shea. That is one man you don't want to turn it over to. He gets by Kelly Kiernan. Quick shot saved by Sharko. Another shot off the rebound, but another superb save by Joe Sharko.
Quick fact, you guys don't know, Joe Sharko, I believe, is an Edmonton Oilers fan, if I'm not mistaken. Am I correct?
Yes, Joe Sharko is an Edmonton Oilers fan. He hails from the nation of Canada, like his teammate Chris Thorpe.
That's right, Alberta.
So I believe they root for different teams. And it's hard to be an Oilers fan these days. I mean,
Thorpe roots for Vancouver Canucks.
Ah. Well, otherwise I found him to be a delightful individual. And Wisecarver, no look, swings up the boards. Jake Smith couldn't make anything happen there. Misplayed by Boris, so he has to chase it along the other side of the rink. Joe Shea now gets it to Jake Smith. Jake Smith and Joe a little bunched up, but Jake's able to jam it towards the net. A little out of his reach, though, as Sharko covers it up for the whistle. Line change by the Untouchables now. Looks like Jay Hunter, Nick D'Antoni, Natalie Parcell, Craig Gooseman, and Jessica Nair are out for UT.
This one flags up the checking line probably for UT.
Absolutely. Nick wins it back to Jay. Jay, a nice shot, but a nice glove save by Sharko. He's able to find it through traffic and calmly loving it out of the sky. Nick wins the face-off again. A quick shot there, backhand, but Sharko's in the right position to make the save once more. So we'll do it again in the exact same spot. Jay Hunter, off the face-off win, tried to buy himself a little bit of space. He did so. Jams it back to the corner for Nick. Nick couldn't get the angle on it that he wanted. Tried to get to center, didn't work out for him. Craig's able to keep it in play, however. Craig Gooseman jams it back for Nick. In that same corner, Brett Boisel with the pressure there. Now Emily will run it down for the White Walkers. Matt Goldstein to Chris Thorpe. Chris back to Matt. Matt has to run it down, so he doesn't have an angle for a shot. Looking for a pass. Oh, it's in the air. Jay Hunter bats it out of the sky and off of Brittany's body, but works out for him as he's able to jam it further into the zone. Fortunate bounce off of Tom Van Haren for UT. It works out for the White Walkers anyway, as Matt Goldstein has possession. He gives it to Emily. Turned over, nice stick by Hunter. And gloved out of the air by Joe Sharko. Jay Hunter crashing the net nicely for any potential rebound, but none was there to be had.
Like you mentioned earlier, Jason, but looks like the White Walkers worn their new shirts. The first time I've ever seen them in a uniform before, so it's a debut of their new shirts, I believe.
Yeah. We here in the DCHL like to fancy ourselves some fashionable people. And I believe we get a majority of our shirts by our official sponsor, Sonic Promos. Is that right, Suds?
I believe so, yes. To make this happen, they actually allow us to put these games on internet.
Played in the neutral zone by the White Walkers, and Wisecarver poking it to Brian. Brian looking for his second goal of the game. Not going to find it there. Forced to dump it deeper. Comes back out to neutral. White Walkers trying to press the advantage. Quick shot. Well wide of the net. Sway able to get it out of the danger zone and up to John Gramlich, who was waiting at center. John to Tway. Tway initially mishandles it. Able to get the pass off. Nice shots by Fabian, but it went just wide of the net. Tway pinching in again, but Sean Fassbinder is able to get it around him. Jacobs couldn't make anything happen. Tway is able to get it out to neutral. Sean, a little bit of space. John with the pressure there, but nothing to. Oh, Fabian able to create a breakaway for himself. Dekes around and finds the back of the net. What a beautiful move by Fabian Mueller.
You know, that's a great play because he went the last possible second, and he just had enough reach to tap into the empty net. He had to get the goalie's stick check out of the way first. He did a great job there. Absolutely perfect play there by Fabian. Joe
Sharko is not easily fooled, but Fabian able to find it past him there off the nice stick handling work. Fabian hails from the great nation of Switzerland. He makes his home here in the DMV area. And you can tell he's played a bit of hockey in his life.
Fabian also a huge soccer fan. We'll forgive him for that, actually.
Nothing wrong with soccer. World Cup was an enjoyable time, I felt, and there's going to be a penalty here. And it's going to be on the Untouchables. Jessica Nayrod able to touch it up before the White Walkers could press the advantage. It's a 2-2 game with about 9 minutes to go. We're going to pause for a second and resume on the drop. Enjoy the commercial break. Welcome back, folks, to this DCHL Pro Cup Championship matchup between the Untouchables in green and the White Walkers in white. The surface is dry and safe for play, so we have now continued after a couple quick stoppages. Tway swinging a miss on the attempted dump or keep, and Wisecarver trying to make something happen. She succeeds, is able to get it to the other pink line, but Emily was there for it, and she was able to dump it back into the White Walkers' offensive zone. Second period of play, still 2-2 game with just over 6 to go. Boris Samtorov pulls the trigger, but shoots well wide of the nets. Goes back to Boris off the pass from Chris Dorup. Another shot, but again, wide of the post. Brittany continuing the battle for control. She gets it to Chris Dorup. It's up at the point. Emily pulls the trigger. But nothing doing there as well. Tway tried to push forward, but it gets stuck in the little canvassing here along the board, so we will have a quick stoppage of play as the referees fish it out of there. Faceoff will stay in Untouchables' defensive zone at Tammy's stick side. Both teams battling hard in this contest, trying to come away with a victory, because victory means raising the DCHL Cup. Quick battle along the boards. It's taken by Fabian Mueller. He had the last goal for Untouchables. Can he find another? No, he cannot, at least in that instance. His shot goes well wide of the net. Brian tried to pinch in and keep it in play, but he could not do so. Hit out to neutral. John Gramlich across the center. Little light pass that is easily intercepted by Brett Boiselle. White Walkers are offside. Brittany, the offender there, she has to hold up. She has to get back on side. Brett Boiselle holding up there. Got to watch the free hands. Referee's letting it go, but Brett almost in danger of a holding penalty there. Matt Goldstein gains the offensive zone, pulls the trigger, and finds the back of the net. And just like that, folks, that's going to make it 3-2 in favor of the White Walkers. Matt Goldstein, a.k.a. Matty Ice, with the tally there. 3-2 now in favor of the defending champs. Untouchables looking to answer back in short order. Jake Smith wins the faceoff to Jay Hunter. Jay continues to push forward. Gets it by Sean Fassbinder, but Sean is able to beat him back to the ball. Gaucher pressures in. Continues to move with it. Kelly Kiernan now moving with control of the ball. Out of the zone it goes. Jacob trying to make a play. Joe Shea broke his stick. Wisely drops it. and then comes off for a change. No, he is actually staying on. He's using a left-handed stick right now. But hey, got to do what you got to do. Craig hits it off the backboards, trying to get it out of the zone. Gets it up to Joe. Joe's able to backhand it out or forehand it, as again, he's using an offhand stick. Jessica Narod with control. Gets it by everybody up to Jake Smith. Jake Smith pulls the trigger, shot, but a save with the glove by Joe Sharko to keep this a 3-2 game. Jake Smith and Boris in the face-off dot for their respective teams. Boris wins it back to Sean. Sean tried to pass to Joel, but it took an odd hop over the blade of his stick, and Jessica Narod will run it down. Craig coming in to help out his teammates. Takes it in the corner. Makes a nice move around the Untouchables zone net. Oh, turned over to Sierra Olbert, but she cannot capitalize. Boris can, but it goes high over the nets. Out of the zone it comes through the efforts of Jay Hunter. Jay moving with Jake Smith, but nice sticks by the White Walkers. They're able to get it back up the boards to Boris. Boris to Sierra. But just as quickly, it's out again due to the efforts of Craig. Kelly hits it up the boards. Jay Hunter has control. But Boris fighting him every step of the way for control of that ball. It finally comes out. Sierra with the pressure, but Craig's able to get there. It takes a bit of a trip, but not enough for a penalty. Jay tried to get it to Joe Shea, couldn't do so. White Walkers are offside. Now they're back, and Chris Thorpe with almost a nice keep there, but got just by his free hand. And Chris Thorpe will be assessed a 2-minute tripping minor as Joe Shea takes a spill at center rink. And that will put the Untouchables on the power play with 1:10 to go and counting. So assuming they do not score before time expires in the second, their power play will carry over to the third. Face-off win by the White Walkers, but they have to run it down. Natalie gets their first for UT, so nothing doing there. Matt Goldstein able to clear it all the way down, or rather down enough to hold up the Untouchables advance. Way, a quick shot from center. Nice save by Joe Sharko. He plays it for Sean, and Sean chips it out of the zone into neutral. Nice awareness by John Gramlich not to pressure into the zone until Nick had gotten back on side. Matt killing some time on the PK here. Hits it around Untouchables net. Tway with a lot of time and space to work with. He will carry it forward and finally gets a pass off to Nick, but it took a bounce off his stick, and Matt is able to capitalize on the opportunity and dump it down to kill the end of the period. 3-2 is the score heading into the final period of regulation. The White Walkers trying to reclaim the DCHL Cup. They are on top right now, but still plenty of time for UT comeback. That'll do it for this period, folks. We'll see you for the exciting, pulse-pounding conclusion of this DCHL Pro matchup in a moment. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to this DCHL Championship Pro matchup between the Untouchables in green and the White Walkers in white. White Walkers up 3-2 right now, looking to reclaim the trophy and repeat as champions, but Untouchables, don't count them out of it yet. They've got the speed and the offense to mount a comeback and come away with a W in their own rights. Play along the boards there, Jacob and Brian battling for possession. Fabian, quick shot, it's deflected, did not get through traffic. Craig Guzman now dumps it back. Brittany with the pressure there. But Craig's able to find Jake Smith in the neutral zone. Shot deflected by the stick of Brett Boiselle. He's going to run after it. Swings it up the boards, tries to anyway, but Fabian's there to keep it in play. Nice poke by Craig to keep it in. Fabian with another shot chance, but again, too much traffic in the way. And Craig now has to run it down in his own zone once more. Gets it to Jessica Nayrod. She will advance at a moderate amount of speed. Nice foot by Jacob, but Jake Smith able to help Jess out again. She dumps it down. Emily, a nice little stick handling move there. Jacob has some space, but not much of a passing lane. He chipped it forward. It went off of Tammy's glove. Sierra now with the pressure. And finally, it comes out of the zone due to the efforts of Jessica Nayrod. Another quick shot, this time by Brian. He had the first goal for Untouchables, but couldn't find a second there in his stat column. Jessica Nayrod, no look backhand pass to Fabian. Fabian Mueller, quick shot. High over the net, but not by much. Ryan continues the battle against Sean Fassbinder. Finds its way to that same corner, and both players being physical. They got to watch that here. We are still a recreational hockey league, but the referees so far letting play continue.
Yeah, they're pushing the edges of what's normal and what's legal. I'll tell you that much.
Boris, a quick shot from the neutral zone. It went over the net. Because it came ahead of center, it's not ruled icing. John Gramlich now trying to make something happen. A rare mishandle by him, but he recovers nicely and continues to push forward. Joel Horde, though, able to help out his teammate and take it the other direction. John has possession again. He continues to handle it. Could have let Sway have it, but he thought otherwise, and he's going to let Sway push forward outside of his normal defensive position. Joe Shea bats it down. No delay game penalty here as Chris Thorpe did not close his hand on it. Kevin Shea with the perfect view of that. Another quick shot, but again, wide of the net it goes. White Walkers looking for another goal here to put them ahead by 2.
Save.
Great save by Tammy with the leg pad. Sway taking it the other direction. Gets it to John. John tried to get it to Joe Shea, but Kelly Kiernan able to break up that attempt. Sway hits it high in the sky. Joe Shea trying to get around Kelly. He does so. Looking for a centering pass. Finds Jay Hunter there. Shot saved by Sharko. And Sharko's defender is able to help him out, get it immediately out of danger. That shot goes wide. Jay Hunter with the rebound attempt, but Brett Boiselle is able to kick it out off the rebound from Sharko's pads. It's going to go out down for icing.
Icing, a good call. The ball already crossed the line, so icing was called. There's no way you can do the race once the ball is across the goal line.
That'll force it all the way back in the White Walkers' defensive zone with 11:15 and counting to go in regulation. Fast and frantic play between these two pro franchises.
The White Walkers trying to repeat as champions.
Yep, absolutely.
The Untouchables trying to become the champion the first time ever in the pro division.
Great shot by Nick D'Antoni there. Joe Sharko able to make the save. Matt Goldstein clears it out of the zone. Sierra trying to make a play on it. Is able to recover and push it forward. Jacob, nice poke, but a better one made there by Jess. She's able to get it back to Nick. Nick doesn't have much space to work with. Jams it towards the net, but it does not go anywhere near the crease. Joe Shea running it down there. Joe Shea tried to fake out Sharko, but nothing doing there as Kelly Kiernan continues to put a body on him. Takes an odd hop off of Jess's foot and an odd hop off of Tom Van Heren's foot. But Untouchables cannot touch it per their moniker. Still offside, so Joe dumps it back to Jess. Sean Fassbinder moving forward. Nice couple stick handling moves by him, but shoots wide of the post. Dangerous chance there against the Untouchables, but they come away without a goal against. Kelly once again exhibiting outstanding defense, holding up Joe Shea, who's one of the faster players in the entire league. Joe still somehow able to get another shot off, but Sharko's able to make the save once more. Craig Gooseman keeping it in only for a moment, though. Jacob now moving in the other direction. He's got a breakaway. Dinks around, shot, but does not find Twine. Play continues uninterrupted. Craig trying frantically to get it to Jay Hunter. Goes out of his reach and White Walkers still have possession in the offensive zone.
Tammy just being a stalwart, keeping them in the game right now. 4 great saves this period.
Swung around the opposite boards, and it's going to come off the net, or the net's going to come off the rink floor, rather. I believe the shot hit the post, so no goal here.
No, the net came off. A shot hit the outside of the post, you're right, Jason, from what I saw.
The referee's going to confer here.
I think the question, who pushed it off the mooring? White claimed it was green, green claimed it was white, and if the rule actually was pushed off by green, so it's going to stay in the zone.
We'll take a quick break and resume on the drop, folks. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Another break has come and gone in a game full of them.
2-on-1.
2-on-1 here, Fabian Mueller. Tried to get it to Brian. Nice play by Boris. Nice back checking by Boris Senator.
Wasn't it?
Absolutely it was. Joel Horde trying to come away with possession. Jams it up for Brittany. Gets by her. It's actually under her foot for a moment. She almost took a spill, but was able to maintain her balance, which is something I have trouble with when I play here in the DCHL. And Wise Carver hits it back into neutral. Natalie Parcell trying to make something happen. Couldn't do so. It's going to trickle back to Ann. She is able to get it to center. Nice poke by Brett. Joel Horde taking it the other direction. Drops it back for Brittany. She's got a shooting lane. Puts it toward the net, or tries to, but Ann holds her up. Play's going to come to neutral now. Brian stops it, settles it down, jams it to the other side of the rink. Fabian Mueller running it down, but gets away from him due to the efforts of Emily. Boris, a little bit of space, passes it along for Brittany, but she's having a bit of difficulty getting by the Untouchables defenders. Brett Boiselle now with possession. She's able to chip it forward for Brittany again. But Ann doing good work, breaking up the pass attempts, getting in the way, doing what a good defenseman should. Turnover to Boris. He's going to pull the trigger from the side of the face-off circle. Play continuing here along the opposite boards. Brett tried to pull the trigger. He succeeded in doing so, but didn't get the shot on net. Fabian ships it forward. Good poke out of mid-air by Fabian, up for Brian. He continues to move with it. Oh, dropped it back to the point, but no one was there for it. Tway had a long way to go and couldn't get there in time, so he just held up and let the puck trickle to him. Tway gets it to Fabian. Fabian jams it deeper into the offensive zone. He's able to kick it to his stick, moving forward, but another nice play made by Emily. And Chris Thorpe now advancing past center and into the offensive zone. Nice move around Tway. Tammy taps it ever so slightly away from the net. Chris Thorpe still has possession, drops it back for Sean. Sean Fassbinder, dangerous from the point as we saw on the first goal of the game, but he does not find the back of the net there. Couple sticks going there and a nice little shove for extra added effects. They drop it back to Kelly. Kelly gives it to Matt. Matt Goldstein has a lot of room to work with. The shot, though, was deflected by the stick of Tway. Tway continues to handle it. Gets it to Joe Shea. Joe tries to get by Kelly. Succeeds this time, but he's got to run after it as he could not continue moving forward. Nice pass to Jake Smith. Shot. Saved by Sharko with the glove once more. Joe Shea, again, room to work with. Pulls the trigger off of Joe's shoulder this time. Jake Smith couldn't find the angle for the rebound shot. John Gramlich now taking it around. Shot goes wide, but Joe's able to get it to the point where Craig is wide open. He pulls the trigger. It's off of Joe's chest.
John Gramlich, I believe.
John Gramlich crashing the net, getting the rebound. That's going to tie this game up at 3 apiece.
Oh, wow, what a play. You saw it coming there with the pressure they had in that play. They kept it in. And finally, a rebound shot that actually came through defender, and Joe Sharko had no chance to rebound. Great save initially, rebounding to pretty much an empty net by John Gramlich. And we're tied with 4.5 to go here in this third period. You
give the Untouchables a long time in the offensive zone, and you're going to pay dearly for it, as you saw there. White Walkers win the face-off after the goal. Boris pulls the trigger, steered aside with the stick by Tammy. As I said to start this broadcast, don't count the Untouchables out of it. They have the players to mount a comeback, and they have certainly done so here. But this game is not over. If the score remains tied, we will go to a 5-minute overtime and, if necessary, a shootout. But still 4 minutes to go before we reach that scenario. Jake Smith bats it down. Comes all the way out to Craig. He will jam it forward for John. Close to being an offside. Now it will be if they advance forward. John has to touch up.
Yeah, he's offside.
Yeah, he didn't. I don't think he saw the pink line there, so he was well offside.
John lost track of where he was. He was actually offside. The ball came in. It was an easy call for the referee. Kevin Shea, our referee, far side, caught that.
So we will have a drop right below us. Tam Van Heeren about to do the honors. Looks
Dare
like,
we say maybe overtime? Dare we say?
you know, certainly possible. Both goaltenders playing at an elite level.
Yes, they are.
They're not letting in much. Fabian wins it forward and is able to initially deflect it to keep it in, but Emily on the second effort able to jam it out.
And if you recall earlier when the Untouchables were down 3-2, Tammy came up with 3 or 4 great saves to keep it in a 1-goal game. It's paid off for the Untouchables now.
Absolutely. Fabian trying to move forward, gets by everybody, and Brett is able to swing it out back to neutral.
Now then.
Fabian pokes it by Brett. He's got Jay Hunter moving at center. Sharko tried to poke it at an odd angle. Didn't work out for him, but the ball is still behind the net, so obviously can't get a shot off from there. Dorp swinging a miss on the first attempt out. It goes by Jess. No icing here as it is waved off. Plausible play to be had. Craig Gooseman behind the net. Able to get to Hunter. 2.5 to go. Sean Fassbinder pressing forward. Trying to find another goal here in this contest. Jams it to center, but Jay Hunter is able to come away with it. Nice move. Sharko swings it to the corner with his stick. Great ability by Sharko to play the ball with that goalie stick. Play continuing. Back and forth through neutral. There's going to be a penalty here on somebody. It looks like the White Walkers are the offenders.
Kevin? On who?
And I think Jacob will be assessed a delay of game for closing his hand on the ball. Delay of game penalty.
Huge power play at the end of regulation in a tie game in championship format. A huge power play and a huge penalty kill here on both sides.
Clock continues to trickle down here with 1:30 left. It will stop at every stoppage of play under a minute. But still not the ideal situation here for the White Walkers as they have to kill a penalty, not just now, but in overtime as well.
It would carry over into overtime, correct.
Emily backhands it past Brian and continues to move with it, reaching out as much as she can to break up any potential play. Boris coming in to pinch in. Brian continues to handle it though.
Between John and Sean there in front of the net. They're just pushing and shoving.
Jake Smith with a chance. No, it's broken up by Sean Fassbinder and dumps it in deep, and Sean is able to ice it down. Not a penalty, or not a stoppage, as the White Walkers continue to be short-handed, but Ann Wisecarver not being particularly urgent here, moving with a moderate amount of speed with the ball. And it's going to hit the backboard. Clock will stop at about the 32.5-second mark.
32.
Key face-off here for both teams. Untouchables looking to win it back to Tway so he can pull the trigger from the points. White Walkers just hoping to win it and get it out.
Let's go to John Gramlich, I think. Oh, he didn't win the draw there.
John Gramlich runs it down. Shot from a tough angle. It's off the side post. Sharko tried to come away with it, couldn't do so. Brittany lost sight of it. Jake Smith able to jam it forward. And tried to keep it in, but it took an odd bounce off her, so Untouchables forced to run back. 10 seconds left. Way, I think, thought about pulling the trigger from center. Quick shot, and offside, I believe, is the call.
4 seconds, clock just stopped.
Clock has stopped at 4 seconds.
3.5, yep.
An offside faceoff. Still enough time for a quick shot and a quick goal, but not much.
They gotta win the draw and get in the zone first. It's gonna be a little tougher not being in the zone.
They do win the draw, but they don't get in the zone, as you allude to, and that'll do it for the final period of regulation. We have overtime, ladies and gentlemen, and the White Walkers will still be shorthanded moving into that.
That's right.
What an exciting
25
championship
more
match.
seconds to go in the shorthanded situation, if I recall correctly.
Yes, absolutely. So that'll do it for regulation, folks. Sit back, relax, get a beverage of your choice. Overtime hockey about to begin. See you then. Welcome back, folks, in this DCHL Cup Pro Championship match between the Untouchables in green and the White Walkers in white. Overtime hockey, sudden death hockey. Next goal wins. If the action is not decided in this period, a quick shot attempt by Chris Dorff there, it goes wide of the nets. Then we will go to a shootout, but we still have 5 minutes to figure that. Or 5 minutes before we get there, rather. Penalty has expired for the White Walkers. They started this period shorthanded, but only for 8 seconds. Joe Shea with the quick shot there, but nice save by Sharko to keep this game tied. Joe Shea has possession, gets it up to Tway. Tway couldn't pull the trigger, had to backhand it back to Joe. Joe Shea pulls the trigger again, high and wide is the result. Tway with a backhand attempt, goes through the crease, but not in the back of the net. Sean Fassbinder hits it up to Matt. It was at shoulder level, so not a high sticking call. Goes back to Kelly. Kelly Kiernan hits it up the boards for Chris Thorpe. Chris Thorpe trying to find the game winner. Chooses instead to pass it through center for Matt Goldstein. Matt swings it behind the nets, and Ann Weisgarver trying to hit up to Fabian, and does succeed in doing so. Nice play by Kelly to stand Fabian up and keep it in play for a moment longer. Fabian now moving in the other direction. Sean Fassbinder on his tail. Good job by Sean in cutting off Fabian's angle and forcing him into the corner. Nick D'Antoni trying to get it back to Fabian. Couldn't do so. A little collision between the two players, but doesn't look like either player is seriously injured there. And Untouchables are still offside because Fabian was kind of limping forward. It looks like he's going to come off for a change. Nick is free to advance now, and he does so. Not able to keep it in play. Goes back to Fabian. Fabian to Jay Hunter. Jay Hunter moving with it. Drops it back for Joe. Joe to Jay, rather. But the shot, backhand attempt, goes wide. Halfway through, or just about halfway through overtime here. Ann keeps it in, chips it forward. Goes off everybody. Quick shot by Jay Hunter, but again, wide of the post is the result. Untouchables with a bit of sustained zone time here. They get up to Joel Hoare. Joel manages to get it out and deep. Craig with a little bit of time and space. Joel not pressuring too aggressively. Kelly. Oh, couldn't make a play around Joe. Joe Shea looking for the game winner. Takes a spill. Incidental contact is the ruling. Untouchables want a call. They're not going to find it. Nick with the quick shot, but it's deflected before it gets to the net. Brett Boiselle with possession. Gets it up to Emily. Whiffed on the first attempt, but able to get it to neutral on the second. Craig with possession again. He's going to retreat into his own zone, buy his team some time and space to work with. Nice pass to John Gramlich. Nice move by John Gramlich. But a nice poke by Brett Boiselle. He loses his stick for a moment, but recovers it quickly. Oh, quick shot by Jake Smith. Sharko somehow found the rebound and tapped it with his stick. And gonna see if we have a penalty or just a stoppage for an injury timeout here. Emily's stick got caught up under Jake Smith's legs, but doesn't appear to be a penalty call. It's just gonna be quick stoppage to assess the situation. Face off one forward by Jake Smith, but Brett Boiselle will be the first one to it. He swings around for Emily. Emily plays it forward for Brittany. She cannot come away with it. Nice pass to John by Greg. Quick shot. Nice block by Brett. Saved by Sharko. It's loose though. But Boris Senatorov doing an outstanding job in tying up Jake Smith's attempts. He did not get a shot on net there. Had he done so, this game would have been over. 40 seconds remaining. Chris Thorpe moving with it. Him and Boris were bunched up for a moment. Boris pulled it high over the net. Greg takes it around. Chris Thorpe to center. It's bouncing, but Brittany couldn't hammer the rebound home. Goes to Emily. She keeps it in play and jams it forward. Craig is able to bat it down and not close his hand on it. And it goes out of the zone again. Sean Fassbinder already back. John pulls the trigger, but it goes well wide of the net. Brian with the rebound, but a save made once more by Joe Sharko. Play continues in the corner with 4 seconds, and it looks like we're going to go to a shootout, ladies and gentlemen. It has taken 3 full periods of regulation and overtime to get to this point. We still do not have a winner, but we will here shortly. Another quick commercial break. And when we return, the exciting, pulse-pounding, heart-throbbing, insanity-driving conclusion to this DCHL Pro Championship. See you then. Shootout action here. John Gramlich trying to make a move around Sharko, and he does! Untouchables won the toss. They elected to shoot first, and they elected to give the shot chance to John Gramlich, and he delivered in style. Nice deaky move around Joe Sharko. So White Walkers looking to tie it up here in the first round of the shootouts. It is best of 3. One of your shooters has to be a woman. If things are not decided then, things will continue. Sean Fassbinder trying to find the back of the net. He's already done so once tonight. And what a tapping move by Sean Fassbinder. It doesn't get much more pretty than that, folks. Deked around, not once, not twice, but 3 times, and then still one hand tapped it by Tammy's leg pads. Jessica Nayrod now up in the face-off dot. She will advance forward. She's looking to find a goal. And finds it! Jessica Nayrod sneaks it past Joe Sharko. What a play by her. A lot of excitement here. And now Emily will take a shot for the White Walkers. Emily moving at a moderate amount of speed. Tried to shoot it, but a save made by Tammy. Unfortunately for Emily, shot it right into Tammy's chest, and no trickling rebound was there to be had. You only get one initial shot, so you can't poke the rebound in if that does occur, but you hope for a little bit of backspin on the puck and for it to run by you. Fabian Mueller, if he scores here, Untouchables will be raising the DCHL Pro Cup. And good poke by Sharko. One too many deking moves by Fabian, and Sharko reads the play nicely. Chris Thorpe must score here to keep things alive. He's already got 1 goal today, and he needs another if the White Walkers have any chance of repeating here today as champions. Chris Thorpe pulls it wide, and that'll do it, folks. The Untouchables, in a wild and crazy game, will be the ones hoisting the DCHL Pro Cup. And they have Tammy, their netminder, to thank for that. She absolutely kept them in there, made 3 or 4 outstanding saves, key saves in the 3rd period as her team battled back. And all the handshakes and taps are certainly well deserved. The White Walkers disappointed in the outcome, but they have nothing to be ashamed of. They played outstandingly from top to bottom, from net, from defense, from offense, every which way you can think of, and they certainly pushed the Untouchables to the limit. Final shots were 35-13 in favor of the Untouchables. And this contest, again, folks, has been decided in the shootout. The Untouchables will raise the DCHL Pro Cup. The White Walkers unable to repeat as champions this season, but they will have a great chance of reclaiming the cup next season. That'll do it for this broadcast, folks. Again, your final score, Untouchables 4, White Walkers 3. I've been your play-by-play man, Jason Stitcha. Have a great and wonderful rest of your night.
All right, we're here with the new DCHL Pro Champions, Cup Champions. It's the Untouchables. Congratulations, number 3 seed Untouchables had to come back. Down a goal, third period, got the tying goal from John Graham from the rebound, then won it in the shootout on a great shot by Jessica Narad. There was other scorers as well too. I forgot who else scored as well. John did as well too. So shootout was 2-1 final score. Great game, great championship. First time ever DCHL Pro Cup champions. What are your thoughts?
It's a long time coming. Oh, sorry. We finally started to put something together and play good hockey, and we opened it up and it worked for us.
What was the key? You know, you guys were a pro before. You had to go down to rec, after a season. Had to do some roster reshuffling as well too. You got Tammy in goal, got picked up obviously Joe Shea as well. So what was the difference in turning around and getting up, not only going up to pro, but being probably our best pro division ever that we ever had in DCHL? This trophy means something to you guys. It's really hard earned here as well too. So what turned around for you?
Experience. Oh, yeah. Talent, wet court. Just time, getting to be better pro hockey players. I got a new stick.
Awesome.
Brian got a new stick.
New stick. Obviously, the other big key was getting Jake Smith. I think was huge as well too. Getting Jake this season was huge as well.
Craig,
Craig obviously played goalie for you guys in the regular season as well too. Filled in and had probably our best season as a defender. So everybody had probably their best season overall. Fab didn't fall as much this time around, so he helped out there as well too. And he scored. It's right. Actually, that was a terrific goal because you waited for the last possible second and got the goalie deked out, and you just enough reach to put it back in. It was a great goal. That was an awesome goal. Awesome goal. And Nick D'Antonio, your youngest guy as well too. So congratulations. We're already 1 week into the spring season already. You guys are the winners and champions. What are your chances to repeat, you think, coming up in the spring season?
100%.
I wouldn't bet on you, but good luck on that, all right? All right. Congratulations. We'll see you next season. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.